And Grant Dawson versus Mark Madsen, we're finally going to see it go down here. It was supposed to happen last week. I don't know exactly what happened. Grant Dawson jumped in on short notice, so maybe he wanted a little bit more time and they gave it to him, or I don't know. I'm not really sure. I didn't hear why exactly that fight got switched to this week, but with Marco Madsen, I mean, we have arguably the best wrestler in the entire UFC. I mean, he's a former Olympic Greco-Roman wrestling silver medalist. Transitioned to MMA a little late, but 38 years old, he's 12-0, and he's looking to finally face ranked competition if he can beat Grant Dawson. He's 4-0 in the UFC, and he was able to get wins over Austin Hubbard, Clay Guida. They were a little bit, uninspiring wins, and then he got a win over Vince Michelle, which was a good one in his last fight, but it was also a good matchup for Madsen with Pichot having knee problems, bad takedown defense, and this is going to be the toughest fight of Madsen's career so far. It's a harder fight than he initially had, in my opinion, with Drakkar Klose, who I believe is an easier fighter to take down than Grant Dawson. And Dawson, he's undefeated in the UFC. He has a draw mixed in there, but he's 6-0-1. He started his career at 145, but after failing to make weight a couple times, he bumped up to 155. And just coming up to 55s, he's definitely had a harder time. He had a hard fight with Leonardo Santos, had the draw with Ricky Glenn, and then got the win over Jared Gordon. And this is the second fight of the year for Dawson. If he can beat Madsen, I don't really see how he can be denied a ranked opponent next. So whoever wins this fight is going to take a step up in their next fight, if you ask me. But Dawson, I think he has a lot to prove at 55s. He did beat Jared Gordon, but to me, Gordon is a small 55er, kind of a tweener. He used to fight at 45, just like Grant Dawson did. And then he beat Leo Santos, but Leo is in his 40s and was well past his prime. So, this is to me the best opponent that he's ever faced at lightweight either. And this is a fight between two wrestlers with limited stand-up. I think it'll probably be like Mark Madsen versus Guido, where it's going to play out on the feet. I don't really see Dawson being able to take down Madsen. And if anything, Madsen's going to be the one that gets a couple takedowns, but I don't know if he has the grappling to keep down Dawson. He hasn't really shown great top control. On the feet, both fighters are works in progress. I think that Grant Dawson is a little more active, and he has a more myriad of attacks. The knees are going to be a dangerous strike against Madsen. We saw the knees be a factor for Austin Hubbard, and Grant Dawson does have nice knees up the middle. Dawson also throws a lot of kicks, and a lot more kicks than what Marco Madsen throws. So he'll throw some different type of strikes. Madsen, I think, is a bit more technical and sharp. He has a clean jab. He has the power edge. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep up with the amount of strikes volume-wise that Dawson's throwing out there, but I think he has the better hands, sharper 1-2s. His jab is nice. His leg kicks are nice, and he can keep the range pretty well. And I think he's a little bit more technical. Dawson throws a lot out there, but he's not really super effective. I also think Dawson is going to be the fighter pressure and control in the cage, so that's going to be something that helps him out. Both these fighters have cardio issues, so if Dawson is able to hit a couple takedowns, I think he wins this fight because he can get the back control. It's a superior grappler. If it stays standing, I really don't know. I think it could honestly go either way. I think Madsen has the cleaner jab, rear cross. He has the power edge. And I think he could be the one that gets clinch control time, holds Dawson against the cage, maybe gets a takedown or two. He's been working with Fight Ready for a while now, and that's only going to continue to enhance his game, training with Henry Cejudo and all those beasts over there. And, man, I mean, I'm going to give the edge to Mark Madsen by a slight edge. I know a lot of people are probably going to be going with Grant Dawson, but I'm going to say Mark Madsen's able to use the jab because I feel like Dawson's Philly shell defense is really bad. And I think he'll use the jab and use his rear cross to land the bigger punches. And I think he'll be able to be the one that controls in the grappling against the cage, gets a couple takedowns, and can win that fight by decision. So I'm going to go with Mark Madsen here to win in a slight upset. I feel like the line is a little off. If anything, I feel like it should be close to a pick'em. I don't really know where Grant Dawson has earned the respect to be over a 2-1 favorite. If you disagree with me on that, I mean, tell me why. Why do you think Grant Dawson is such a big favorite over Mark Madsen? I mean, we've never from what I've seen have had a fight where Grant Dawson wins with his striking, and I don't see him being able to take down or out-grapple a Olympic silver medalist. So ultimately, I think Mark Madsen is going to be able to keep this one on the feet and get the job done, and I think it'll be kind of a sloppy, ugly fight, but I think he'll be able to edge it out. So give me Mark Madsen.